Let go of those blinds that you've got on and start seeing your true potential. Welcome to this Thriving Tuesday, and I'll be showing you how you can do that exactly. And let's just say that the story that you've told yourself is just old and no longer of service. It's time that you start getting in touch with what you're passionate about, what brings you joy, what makes you happy, and that you can finally see what your real talents are. Because the more you create joy instead of stress, the more those exact same things will be attracted to you. And that's the cool part of how that works. Because the more fun you have in doing things, the more you will start seeing that it's going well for you. And when you see that things are going well for you, it gets easier to start acknowledging the part that you are doing well in the process. And that's the cool part, because in the past, I don't know about you, but I've been a superstar in telling myself all the things that I couldn't do. My mantra as a kid used to be, I can't. My mom I drove her crazy when I said, I can't do that. I can't. And it just, I don't know where it came from, but it just was there. It was always the thing I would say. And then when I got older in life, and I'm still very young, of course, but when I got older, I used to not be able to see my own talents and the gifts that I had been given in this life. And that was such a shame, because it wasn't a great place to be at, but it felt like horse riding was the only thing for me to do. And there was no other way. There was nothing else I was good at. And then when I discovered that I actually wasn't performing as good as I was supposed to be, that was really hard for me. And it was exactly because I had been talking so negatively to myself and putting so much pressure on myself and bringing myself continuously down in my own thoughts and in my mind, that I had created this self-belief that I was no good. I couldn't amount to anything. And that's the reason why I got performing worse and worse, and my results just, at one point, was even too ridiculous to get the horse on a lorry and go to a show, because it was always just shit. And then I started taking a step back and riding again, because it was fun and because I was allowed to enjoy the process, and not because I had to perform and put all that pressure on myself. And when I started doing that, I was able to see those little moments in my performances that were good. And when I started to focus on those good moments, instead of, for me, the main focus was on the things that I didn't do right, because then I could work on improving them. But the problem was I never did, because I only saw what was wrong, and I never acknowledged the things that I was doing right. So the things that were going wrong were getting bigger and bigger and more present in my reality. So I had to learn to completely change that mindset and the way of thinking. And the cool part is that it's quite easy. It's just, it's asking of you to focus your attention in the first step. What went well? What did I do good? How did I have fun? How did we enjoy? How was this amazing? And then in the second step, you can have a look at, okay, what can improve? What can we work on? And then this third step is something that we often forget, but aren't really allowed to if you want to change something. And that's, how will I do this different the next time? Because you are already training your brain to experiencing this situation on a new level, because you are showing your brain what went well, which is great because it can take, more confidence out of that. And then you are also thinking, okay, next time, this part, maybe I put too much pressure on my horse, or I was distracted, or whatever it was. I can, and for artists, it's definitely a different context, but just follow me with the story and experience. And then it's just, okay, so next time I will make sure that I stay conscious about my breathing in the corners when I have some time. I will focus my attention on breathing so my brain can relax and level again, and that I'm not performing from a place of stress where you lose all your rational part and all the knowledge you have, and you just start to survive, actually. But it's about the way you perceive this event, and then the way you make that perception work for you, because that is exactly what is going to change your situations in the future, the way you address them now. Because when you train your brain to see what is working out, your confidence will grow, but also you will get better at it because you are focusing at it. And then when you transform the thing that isn't working out in your brain to a situation where you are doing it exactly, and show your brain how that would work, what that would look like, how you would feel doing that, so that it has already experienced the situation the way you want to perceive it. And that way you are training your brain. Don't expect this to work after one time. It can, but it's, it's like muscles. We need to train this. And it's just asking of you to repeat that process and this exercise time after time so you can grow in it. And your brain is being programmed to, first of all, experience the situation or your performance in a whole new perception, which will make you feel a lot better. And second of all, it will start, creating a very strong self-belief in which you can keep growing and growing without having to repeat the process itself, because you're training your mind, and your mind doesn't know the difference between reality and fiction. So if you are reliving the situation in the way that you want to perceive it, then your brain already has that experience, and it will get easier time after time to start really living it, doing it, and having the results show for it as well. And this is just one of the most fun processes in mindset work that you can do to really step into your full potential and in your own growth. And it's not just about thriving. It's so important, but it's also about having fun while doing so, because you are not meant to work hard and just, you are here to enjoy your life, have fun, and be your best self. So if you want to step up that game, if you want, someone to coach you along that and work with you on these challenges and help you grow even further so that you can get like the successful performer that you want to be, that is truly happy with everything that you can do, shout out, and I'm right here for you. Shine on. See you soon.